balance of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On first down, it's Nash, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. They'll try the left side. Nash. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nash, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Giants 9.
In it to win it. We are in it to win it. Get home, boys. We got this.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Giants at 3-6 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 62 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They'll run on first down. Nash, room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Mahomes firing complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a giant first down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
He completes it to Olave.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Christian Watson.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. And they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try to turn around their fortunes.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, How about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 County Lions. Let's go East. Reno.
On 2nd down, it's Nash. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught by Evans. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Mahomes will throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down now, it's Nash. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready?
On third down, Nash. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
And you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
This one taken in by Olave. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the...
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw is Mahomes to Barkley on the check down. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes.
Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mike Evans, 40 yards.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short. On 2nd down, it's Nash. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, Nash.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Nash. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Giants 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So now the Giants will once again go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Christian Watson,
his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Giants 24.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and